For nearly a century, the League of United Latin American Citizens has been the leading organization fighting for civil rights of millions of Latinos throughout the United States. Established in Corpus Christi in 1929, Lulac was instrumental in desegregating public spaces throughout Texas, such as swimming pools, restrooms, barbershops, and water fountains. Just 2 years after its founding, the organization launched the Lulac News, a monthly publication that has played a crucial role in the expansion of Lulac's influence nationwide. In 1934, Las Mujeres de Lulac formed the first Lulac Ladies Auxiliaries in Alice, El Paso, Kingsville, and San Antonio, Texas. And in 1940, at a time when Latinos were widely considered second-class citizens, Lulac persuaded the Census Bureau to recategorize Mexican Americans from Mexican to white to avoid further marginalization. Early on, discrimination in the justice system, the military, and education became the main battleground in the fight for equal rights. In 1946, in Santa Ana, California, Lulac instigated and funded the Mendez versus Westminster lawsuit, which ended 100 years of segregation in California's public schools and became a key precedent for Brown versus Board of Education. Returning from World War II, Latino veterans also had to fight against racial discrimination at home. Episodes like ones affecting both Macario Garcia, who was denied service at a restaurant just a month after receiving a Medal of Honor, and Felix Longoria, whose widow couldn't find a funeral home willing to hold a wake for him, were pivotal moments in the fight for equal rights. In 1954, Lulac's attorneys successfully argued the landmark Hernandez versus the State of Texas case before the U.S. Supreme Court, securing the right for Mexican Americans to serve on juries. And in 1958, Lulac launched the Little School of the 400, a preschool program focused on teaching 400 basic English words to Spanish-speaking children. Lyndon B. Johnson, who was a teacher by profession, was actively involved in this program, which went on to become a model for Head Start, which has helped millions of Latino and African American children. Lulac reached a major milestone, cementing its political influence in 1963 when President John F. Kennedy, recognizing the power of the Latino vote, became the first sitting president to attend a Lulac event a day before his tragic assassination. Another key moment in the fight for equality was the establishment of Mexican American Legal Defense and Education Fund, MALDEF, in 1968 by Lulac's civil rights chair, Pete Tijerina. In 1982, after 5 years of litigation, MALDEF successfully argued that all children, regardless of immigration status, have a constitutional right to a free public education from kindergarten to 12th grade in the landmark case Plyer versus Doe. And in 1994, Lulac sued California Governor Pete Wilson and halted California's Prop 187, which would have required hospitals and schools to reject and report suspected undocumented migrants. Since 1968, partnerships between Lulac and its affiliates, including Operation SID and Lulac National Education Service Centers, have addressed the needs of the Hispanic community in education, job skills, training, literacy, employment, and civil rights. Lulac's activism is still alive and thriving. In 2006, the Lulac Rainbow Council of Dallas was founded to highlight the intersectionality between the Latino LGBT communities, both of whom share a common goal: full equality. In 2020, when United States Army soldier Vanessa Guillen went missing, Lulac launched the campaign I Am Vanessa Guillen, sparking a nationwide movement against sexual violence in the military. Following the news of her tragic passing, Lulac lobbied for the I Am Vanessa Guillen Act, which President Biden signed. In 2022, Lulac raised and distributed more than $2 million, almost $80,000 for each family of the victims of the Robb Elementary School mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas. And in 2024, the organization raised more than $40,000 to directly support the families affected by the Baltimore Bridge tragedy. This initiative also raised awareness of how Latino workers account for a substantial number of fatalities in the transportation and construction industries. Every Latino living in the United States has benefited in one way or another because of the work of Lulac. But the fight for equality and civil rights is not over. Despite being the fastest growing segment of the U.S. population and with major contributions to the nation's economy, our community's growth has not translated to full economic or political opportunity. The median net worth of Latinos is 80% lower than the median net worth of non-Hispanic white Americans. Latinos make up almost half of the nation's uninsured, and more than 50 years after the Fair Housing Act outlawed discriminatory housing practices, the gap between Latino and white homeownership continues to grow. These disparities demonstrate that we have yet to achieve equal opportunity in the United States. Our fight for representation, equity, and justice must continue. Join us, become a member, help us advocate for the Latino community, for this generation of leaders and the next.